Hello, I'm Gavin Giroux, and you're watching Spartan Scope.
Shepaug Valley School presents Spartan Scope, March 2023, 3rd edition.
Hello, and welcome to another new edition of Shepaug Valley School Spartan Scope. I'm Gavin Giroux.
I'm Jack Buckholz.
And I'm Tilly Skiles.
This spring, the Shepaug Drama Department will present the play The Lightning Thief. Summer Ribizol and Annabelle Churik spoke to Mrs. Beth Harbison, the faculty director for the performance.
Today, we interviewed Mrs. Harbison and Mia Malati about the spring musical at Shepaug.
So the spring musical is based on the book The Lightning Thief. It was a movie and a series of books about Percy Jackson. Kind of follows the theme of Greek mythology. Once you get a script, you should really start working on memorizing your lines right away. It's good to kind of read through the script first. I'll be bringing in some guest artists to give them tips on choreography, on staging. I have a lot of friends who work in theater, so I'm going to tap into that resource and have them come do some guest appearances for the students. I think with any, like if you've been to the movies and you've seen a movie remade after a book, there's certain things that just aren't possible in terms of staging. So there's going to be a lot of lighting and technology that will have to take place for some of the difficult scenes where we have actual lightning bolts and things like that. But other than that, like the script follows the book pretty well.
These are Mia Malati's thoughts on the spring musical.
I'm pretty much hoping to get just about anybody just because it's a really cool show and I just really want to be a part of it. But I'm hoping for Annabeth or Percy, but pretty much anybody I'd be beyond happy with. Well, practicing lines, it depends on what the rehearsal schedule is. So usually when you start off with a show, you usually do 2 nights a week. And then in between, you kind of rehearse your lines on the days that you don't have theater. But as the show gets closer and closer, you start to rehearse a lot longer, and you start to rehearse on different nights of the week. Like our last week, right before the show is happening, we always rehearse like all week until like 8 o'clock at night.
It will be running March 31st, April 1st, and April 2nd, with a matinee on April 2nd at 1 p.m.
Support Shepaug Dramatics because it's a really cool thing and it's a great opportunity for people who love to perform, sing, act, and dance.
And if you're interested in theater in any way, shape, or form, I'd be happy to have you on this spring production. That would be wonderful.
Lucas Tamaro, Emmett Tredenik, and Peyton Thomas have a report about the important topic of alcohol abuse.
How are we doing today, Spartan Scope? Today we're going to be talking to health teacher Heather Hurley and Liam Pacific, fellow student and athlete here at Shepaug. We're going to be talking about alcohol and alcohol abuse with drunk driving and all the needs and necessities there.
The negative effects are that your body, your organs, your brain, etc., are still growing. And so when you are drinking too much, it's going to have negative effects on your still growing organs.
I have an uncle. His name was Uncle Rick. He struggled from severe substance abuse, and also he was a pretty bad alcoholic. And this affected my family because he wasn't at family gatherings, or we were never able to see him really because he was always tied up in other things.
We talk about it a lot in health class. We use real life examples of people who have died in drunk driving accidents. Mostly it's not the person that's the drunk driver. It is just victims, but then you have to live with that the rest of your life. We talk about how you make decisions, but you have to live with the consequences for those decisions. And there's always somebody that can come and get you, and that would rather get you than see you dead, like calling your parents if you can't drive home from a party, or calling a friend, a teacher, whatever.
Alcohol is dangerous, has bad effects on your brain, your mental health, anxiety, stress, organs, don't do it. It's bad. We saw how it affects your family, your home life, your friends, your grandma, that grandpa you got at home. So don't do it. It's not good. And thank you for joining us on this clip of Spartan Scope.
Nate Koenig wanted to know the favorite excuses that Shepaug students have when they haven't done their homework.
Hi, I'm Nate Koenig. I'm reporting for Shepaug Student News. We decided to interview some students on their favorite excuse for not doing homework.
My favorite excuse for not doing homework is that my diabetes flared up. My dog ate my homework.
My house burned down.
Nixon took it. My favorite excuse is when a T-Rex asks me to make a memoir about it. I cannot do my homework.
My favorite excuse for not doing my homework is that my cat ate my homework.
My favorite excuse is that my house got flooded. Wet paper, can't bring that to school.
My favorite excuse for not doing my homework is saying I fell asleep before I remembered to do it.
My favorite excuse for not doing my homework is saying that I forgot about it.
As you can see, a lot of Shepaug students have excuses for not doing homework. But remember, always do your homework. This is Nate Koenig signing off.
That's it for this edition of Spartan Scope. Thank you to my co-hosts and a big thanks to the TV production and DMC students for their contributions. And thank you for watching. I'm Gavin Giroux and we'll see you next time.